Today's 2-minute fairy tale is one of the oldest girl has to run away from her father who wants to marry her stories, because that's a whole thing, and it's from Italy, and it's called The She-Bear, and it's my favorite, by Giambattista Basile. It starts like these stories normally do. A queen dies, and she makes her husband promise he won't marry anyone who isn't as beautiful as her, and then he realizes his daughter is the only one as beautiful as she is, and so he's like, I'm gonna marry her. So the daughter goes to her chambers in despair, but then an old woman tells her, hey, don't worry, take this chip of wood, and when your father tries to come to you in the bedchamber, put the wood in your mouth and you're gonna turn into a bear and he's not gonna touch you. So that's what happens. She puts the wood in her mouth, turns into a bear. It says the king rolls himself up in the bedding super scared. She runs away. She lives as a bear in the forest and just has fun with the animals until one day another king's son comes across her and finds her, and she's so sweet and tame like a little dog. He's like, I'll take you home. So he takes her home and she like lives in his garden just frolicking about like a pet. Eventually the prince is like, hey bear, will you like learn how to cook and cook for me and be my bear cook? And she's like, she's amazing at cooking and she cleans and she like sprinkles rose petals on the bed, and the queen, the mom of the son, starts to think this bear is amazing. My son is right for loving this bear. And then the prince falls in love with her in bear form. He feels himself burning with an intense heat and says to the queen, if I cannot give a kiss to the bear, I shall give up the ghost. Meaning he'll die if he can't kiss the bear. The queen goes to our girl in her bear form and says, will you please go kiss my son? I'm afraid he's gonna die if you don't kiss him. The bear agrees, comes to his bed, and it says that he grabs her cheeks between his fingers and could not stop kissing her on the lips. He kisses her so passionately, the piece of wood falls out and she turns back into a human girl. He tells him how she's a princess and how everything came to be, and they get married and live happily ever after. And we just hope that he loves her as much in human form as he did in bear form. As always, check out my book, my podcast, all the links are in my bio. Have a great day!